everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is living their best life, and if you're not, please do something today to put you on the path of living your best life. So today is another long-awaited episode of the Flow Like Water series. Flow like water, baby. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, these Flow Like Water series are basically when I just in tune, or it's like straight off the dome readings, kind of. I am not by any means like a card reader, intuitive reader, psychic, none of that. I just pick out a topic from this jar at random, and then whatever message comes to me just by reading whatever is on that card, I speak on it, and hopefully whatever, if you clicked on this video, it most likely whatever message I'm going to share today is going to resonate with you in some shape or form. By all means, don't take everything that I say at face value because it's all based on your interpretation. But yeah, let's get started. Okay. There is a blessing in everything, if you guys can see. Sorry about my handwriting, it's a little bit messy. So I'm going to go ahead and meditate off camera so then I can really just get into the flow of this. It does seem like this is going to be a very good little session, but let me just go ahead and meditate real quick. Okay, I'm back. It wasn't that quick, or not that quick. It wasn't that long of a meditation. As soon as I decided to close my eyes and focus on my breath, I just got messages from everything that was going on throughout this whole month. This whole beginning of 2020, honestly, if I'm being completely honest. First, you had all those talks about another world war. Now we're dipping into the coronavirus. I don't really know how to pronounce it, so don't mind me. Yeah, and basically I was just seeing, like, as soon as I close my eyes, and I'm keeping my eyes closed right now, so then I can just tell you exactly what I see. So what I'm seeing in my mind is just all this fear, like just the color of fear, just the feeling of fear, the feeling of not knowing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I am like what's it called? Not a perpetrator, what's that thing called? An actor in that. I don't know, what's that word? Give me a second. I'm not perfect. That's what I was trying to say. I'm not perfect. So I was like, I did fall prey, or I did participate in that fear mongering thing where I did go out to the grocery store and stack up on food and stuff for that could last me about a month or so. And I'm cool with it because now I ain't gotta go grocery shopping for a whole month. So anyway, I was like part of that whole little matrix, me and my whole family. So no, we're not perfect. No, but what's it called? Basically what I'm seeing is just so much fear for the unknown. I feel that like after this whole pandemic begins to subside and we start moving away from it, the world is never going to be the same, you know? Just like how, I'm sorry for all those that are very sensitive to the subject, but just like 9/11, after that event took place, the world was never the same. And that's what I feel is coming for us right after this whole virus ends. And instead of seeing it as a blessing, just like how this card says, where is it? Just like how this card says, but outside of just seeing it as like a blessing in disguise, we're using our fear for the unknown to, I guess, close our ears. What's it called? You guys have probably heard of that or seen like a picture of see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, and all that stuff. So yeah, hear no evil, see no evil, or speak no evil, but if you keep on having your ears closed, you're not even going to be able to hear good. You're not going to be able to hear good, see good, or speak good. You know what I mean? So I feel like what this card is telling me, or what I wrote down a while ago, there is a blessing in everything. There is a blessing in everything. You gotta look at the situation from an outside point of view, or even if you have to project yourself a little bit more into the future. What can you do right now to set yourself up for a better future, or what can you see is happening right now that can lead you to a better future. And what I really mean by that, it's not like, oh, what can I do right now to help out further my business? What can I do right now to help out my relationships, my ideas about money, my ideas about love, my ideas about, well, whatever. Your ideas about whatever. Your ideas about working out. It doesn't really matter. Whatever topic that you have and whatever idea that you're moving in between or just discussing with yourself or inside your head, just don't worry about it. Just view it as a blessing in disguise. During this time of basically like forced isolation, where everybody is just told, all the businesses have closed down, schools have closed down, all that, and you're just told to stay secluded or stay isolated in your own little zone, so then you don't infect anybody, even if you don't have a virus or you don't get infected. What I see this time being, it's not about protecting yourself from a virus or, I guess, preventing the spread. I'm looking at it from this perspective. I'm seeing it as like a forced isolation where you have to reflect on whatever thoughts that have been plaguing you. And again, plaguing you, just like how this whole little situation is basically a plague. Any thoughts or any ideas that have been plaguing your mindset for years, and all this baggage that you've carried for years, months, whatever, days. And I'm seeing this as a time to just reflect on all those and heal from it. Take this time to go deep within yourself. Figure out your traumas. Figure out what bad experiences or what negative mind games have you been telling yourself over and over again that has kept you in the place that you are right now. You know? Like, I really don't know an analogy for this, but basically just go into the shadow world and do your work. Close your eyes, look within yourself, and figure out all those things that might be hurting you. And the best way I feel that you can do this is by assessing your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations. So what is something that you see yourself having in the future, or that you want for yourself in the future, or that you feel that you have a lack of right now? Just assessing that you even feel that you have a lack in any situation or in any area of your life tells you that you need to go in within yourself and, I guess, figure out whatever is going on. Because in this universe, it's an abundant universe. That's how I view it. It's an abundant universe. You can have anything that you ever desire, anything that you want, but you have to do the work within yourself. It just doesn't, for some people it just does happen, but for most of us, we have to do the inner work in order to get to wherever we need to be or get to wherever we want to be. It's about working with God and not against God. It's about listening to God, basically. Keep your ears open. Don't close off your ears. Don't be an arrogant child, or not even an arrogant child, like a bratty kid or whatever. No matter what age you are, you could be 80 years old or 8 years old. Don't be that bratty kid that doesn't want to listen to their parents. No, open up your ears. Take whatever message is coming to you, whether it's positive or negative, and reflect on it. Understand why you're putting that connotation or putting that experience onto whatever is coming to you, whatever message is flowing to you. Because if you choose to not look at everything as a blessing, that's your choice. Just like everything in this world, anything and everything can become your choice if you allow it. But if you're always resisting that you do have a choice in whatever you're trying to do, or you do have a choice in whatever happens to you, I don't like saying happens to you. I like saying whatever is meant to happen for you, not to you. Nothing happens to you. Everything happens for your expansion, for your growth, for your mindset, for your mental clarity. It happened for you to learn from and for you to help others. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to suffer in this world, but suffering comes about when you decide to resist that you do have a choice in all things that happen for your life. I had to catch myself. I almost said happen to your life. No, happen for your life. Yeah, and in this world, it's a world of duality. So there's positive and negative aspects, but positive and negative really doesn't exist. What does exist is our meanings towards every situation. So, for example, everybody is thinking that this virus is a negative thing that's happening all over the world, but they're refusing to see the positive. They're refusing to see that we're able to probably make advances in our science community by researching different things that can help out people or heal people. They're refusing to see the advances in the science community, advances in the medical community that can be taking place at this very moment. They're refusing to recognize the beautiful spirits that are deciding to heal this world instead of create more sickness. That can be doctors, nurses, soldiers, anybody in this world that is just trying to help other people. They're refusing to see that. They're refusing to see the people that are actually going out of their way to help others. For example, in the grocery store, when everybody's like in a panic trying to get their supply stock up. Again, I am part of that little matrix, I guess you can say. I was part of that little matrix, so I was able to see every little aspect, and I know many of you are too. So you're able to see how a lot of people, they're scrambling to get their situation on deck or whatever, scrambling to get the resources that they need to sustain their family for months if it comes to that. But I also saw like so many people's kindness. The buggies were gone where I went shopping, but I saw people as they were standing in line. They saw people holding their groceries, and they said, "Oh, you can go ahead and take this half." Like they were being kind. Like in a moment of, I guess, internal crisis, they chose to be kind instead of stingy, instead of greedy, instead of evil-hearted. They decided to be kind. And I feel like in this situation, that's really bringing out the kindness in people's hearts. It's showing their true colors, and being completely honest. It's revealing to the world and to themselves what they need to work on. But for so many people that have goodness in their heart and have a kind spirit, it's really reflecting back on the rest of the world and on themselves, that they've already done that type of work, and that they might need to do a little bit more work so then they can calm their fears and allow their trust to be 100% with God, the universe, source, whatever. At the end of the day, it's all the same energy. But yeah, you just have to switch your mindset around. You have to look at it from a different perspective. Don't get mad at yourself if you are viewing everything from a negative mindset. A lot of people are. You're not meant to be perfect in this world. Okay? Don't strive for perfection. It's impossible to be perfect, because what is perfect? So don't strive for that. Just strive to be the best person that you can be, and to whatever that may be for you. I'm not going to tell you how you can be the best person you can be. I was going on the track about to do that, but I caught myself. So no. Do whatever your intuition tells you to do, and that's how you can be the best person that you can be. Okay? But yeah, just switch over your mindset. Reflect on the negative thoughts that you do have, and find comfort in it. Find peace with it. Make your peace with it. Understand that, yeah, I do feel that way, but don't get so caught up on why you feel that way. Don't get upset with yourself. You're meant to feel those emotions. You're meant to see yourself in that negative light, because you're able to learn from it. You're not going to just wake up one day and be happy-go-lucky. No, it takes work to get there. Okay? Outside of that, just be grateful for everything that you feel. Be grateful for everything that you have. Don't be afraid to show your true colors, because even whether it's negative or positive, as long as it's out in the open, you're able to truly work on it. If it's something that you don't like, find gratitude in that. Be happy about that, because you can work on it. Here's one thing that I like to repeat in my head, like a mantra. No control equals no negativity equals control. Okay? I'll say that again. No control equals no negativity equals control. So if you have no control over the way that you feel, no control, or you feel that you have no control over the way that you feel, no control over how your subconscious thoughts are just going through your head, no control on the situations outside of you, you shouldn't feel any negativity towards that. You shouldn't feel anger, confused, sad, upset, because you can't control it. It is what it is. Accept it for what it is, and boom, you instantly gain control over that situation. You instantly gain control over how you feel, or whatever mindset that you place on that, and you're able to see it for what it is. You're not going to be like trying to make it something that it isn't. I'll bring this into an example. So like when people have crushes on other people, in your head you're building this person up to be the best person ever. You're putting them on a pedestal, and you're like taking all these traits and you're just putting it on them, when that's not who they are. When you actually get to know the person, you know that that's not who they are. They might be better, they might be worse. It's all in your mind, all in your perspective, but they're not going to be exactly who you think they're going to be. You know what I mean? That's the same thing with any situation that might be going on in your life. If you have no control over it, no control over how you feel, no control, or you feel like you have no control over how you feel, no control over your thoughts, no control over your outside circumstance, accept it and move on. Okay? And then if you do have control over how you feel, or you know that you have control over how you feel, you know that you have control over your thoughts, you know that you have control over whatever outside circumstance, like you know the solution to the problem. Basically, you already have read the problem, and you found a solution for it. Then there's no need to be worried about it, no need to stress about it, no need to just trip. Honestly, like, what you tripping for? There's no need for any of that. And yeah, I think that's it for this message. Just, I guess, tap into yourself, reflect in this time, and really just recognize that there is a blessing in everything as long as you allow it to be. Allow those negative thoughts, allow that fear to come into you, and reflect on it. Look at it straight in the eye. I know it's scary. I know that it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but look at whatever fears that you have straight in the eye. Write it down if you need to. Talk about it to yourself, to other people, in the mirror. I don't care. Talk about it, write it down, reflect on it, and actually look at it straight in the eye. Look at it for what it is. And then you'll be able to move on from it and actually, I guess, see the fruits of your labor of actually doing that inner work. And if you were able to see all that God sees, Source sees, same energy at the end of the day, what your higher self sees, same energy. If you are able to see what they see, because they can see everything, they can see your whole path, they can see what happens if you do the work. They know that all the blessings that are in store for you. So stop resisting this situation right now. Stop resisting whatever situation. This is a timeless video. Stop holding on to whatever fear that you have. Accept it for what it is. Look at it straight in the eye. Accept it for what it is. And do the inner work, and do the work that you know that you can do, because you can do it. And work towards whatever you're trying to build. Work towards getting rid of that fear. But don't hold any more resistance to that, because holding that resistance is kind of like, so say that fear is a little bouncy ball, okay? And you're like, I really want to throw this ball. You have it in between your hands. I really want to throw this ball, but I'm scared that if I let go and it drops on the ground, it'll break open, and then everybody will see my fears. Everybody will see all the negative thoughts that I might have. Everybody will see my flaws. I won't be viewed of as the mask that I've shown everybody, because yes, in this world we do wear a mask. It just is what it is. Accept it for what it is. Okay, we do wear a mask when we're going up to different people. You can't tell me that you act the same way around your family, that you do your friends, that you do a stranger in the street. Most people don't act that same way. They wear a mask for every single situation. And it's not that that mask is necessarily not their true self, because that could be like a version of their true self, but you can't be judging yourself over wearing whatever mask that you feel comfortable wearing, okay? That's another topic for another time. Anyway, they're scared that if they let go of this bouncy ball, that everything is just gonna break, basically. But they're not understanding that if you don't let go of that resistance, that fear is always going to be with you. Once you drop that bouncy ball, you can walk away from it. Okay? You can put it in a little cubby and go away. And get a french fries. I don't know. Get something. Get a milkshake. I don't care. You can walk away from that bouncy ball and let it go. But if you keep on holding on to this fear, this negativity, whatever that you're resisting, lack of money, anything with lack in front of it, lack of love, lack of friendship, lack of this, lack of that, anything with lack of it, anything with fear in it, anything with a negative emotion or whatever you view as a negative emotion, if you keep on holding on to that bouncy ball, you'll never be able to walk away with it, walk away from it. You'll always be walking with it, okay? Even if you don't know, it'll just be an attachment on you, a parasite. Let go of it, detox from it, okay? So then you're able to accept where you are right now and understand that your blessings are on their way, and that this whole little session, this whole little moment that you're sitting in, doing the work, doing whatever it is that you need to do, reflecting on whatever you need to reflect on, and feeling whatever you need to feel, that's a blessing in and of itself, because you did not have to wake up to do that, okay? You did not have to go to sleep. You could be in such worse condition, you know? You could be in a situation where you're not even able to think, or that you're not even able to reflect. But you've been gifted this chance to do so. So go ahead and do it. Don't be afraid of it. Just look it straight in the eye and say, I see you. I don't want to be you anymore, or I don't want to associate whatever situation that is with me anymore. I want to let go of that and get that out of my reality, get that out of my existence. And I want to move on from that and become a better person, or become the person that I see myself becoming. Okay? So just recognize that there is a blessing in everything, as long as you have the perspective, or as long as you trust the universe that whatever you're doing right now, whatever you're feeling, it's a hidden blessing. That just being in that present moment is a hidden blessing, okay? It's all a matter of perspective. If it's okay if you don't view everything as a blessing right now. Now come with time, now come with practice. But just keep on doing it. Just keep on practicing. Just keep on trusting in yourself, trusting in God, source, whatever you want to call it, whatever name you associate, okay? Just trust that everything is working out exactly how it's supposed to work out, and just feel at peace because of that. There's no, again, I say, no control equals no negativity equals control, okay? So just let it go. Find your peace with it. Reflect. And just understand that all the blessings that are needed or that are deserving in your life, they're already there, okay? Well, with that being said, I hope everybody lives their best life. Peace, love, and light to you all.